But let's connect with Mr. Vivek Chaand Sehgal, chairman of Motherson Sumi. Motherson Sumi has been a trending stock in a tough environment. They've managed to grow, they've managed to deliver. Domestic and international business has also managed to buck the trend. Vivek, good morning and thank you for joining us. Vivek, you've done exceptionally well in a very tough environment. How would you map the near-term market environment? The smile on your face seems to be telling me that things are looking good.
Yeah, I think the things are looking good. There's good news coming from Europe. The car sales and registrations are up back-to-back 2 months. Though overall in a year they're a bit down, but I think basically people are coming back onto buying the cars. You can postpone to buy a car for 3 or 4, 6 months, but not for long. So I think the news is pretty good. Our American markets are doing well. Asian market a little bit slow in India, but other than that, everything else is doing very well.
Mr. Sehgal, what's the sense that you're getting from your European geographies as well? We've seen the UK manufacturing data, which is now at a 3-year high, clearly indicating the gradual improvement. Are you as well sensing that on ground?
Yes, absolutely. I think we are seeing a good pull, good traction coming from the car makers. They're very buoyed by the markets. I think UK has come out. And Spain, in fact, as well has done very well. They're out of the recession. So generally, I think all the countries in EU, you will see, by and large, most of the countries are coming out, and those that are lagging behind a bit, I think they will also come around.
Vivek, now that you've outlined the big sketch for us, let's fill in the colors. My understanding is that your company has 3 pillars: Motherson standalone, the SMR business, and the SMP business. Walk us through the 3 businesses. What's happening there? Because for the quarter gone by, you did report a big uptick in margins. Is that sustainable?
Yeah, I think all our efforts are always towards maintaining sustainability and gradual improvements. If I take all the 3 pillars of Motherson, you'll find that the standalone is a little bit on the weaker side, but because of the exports that we are doing to our own companies, that's allowing us some breathing space and showing some better returns and things like that. Secondly, we do have SMR. I think SMR is doing really very well. There is no holding it back. I think all the geographies where it is doing very well. And our in-time growth of expansion, the setting up of new plants and all that is really coming to roost now, in the sense we're hitting top capacities, utilizations there. SMP is on a gradual path. It's doing very well. We are very enthused by the fact that the management over there is really understanding the challenge that they have, and they're improving their margins gradually but surely. And I think that is something which is very good about Motherson.
The sales data, Mr. Sehgal, this time around from the top automakers has been quite disappointing. That's for the month of November. How are your numbers looking? Are you seeing any uptick in orders, or do you think they've cut down on the sales?
Which market are you talking? No, are you talking about India? You're talking about Europe? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about India.
Yeah, I think, we must understand the Indian market as well. I think the customers in India are getting more discerning. They're choosing their cars. If you look at it, the value of the cars sold is gradually going up. And that is a very good news. So there might be a small dip in the numbers and all that, but I don't think it's just numbers that we should be looking at. We should be looking at also the value per car going up. So we feel that it's a good trend. Sometimes it happens that the car makers have to understand what the customer's mood shift and all that is changing. And we are seeing hyperactivity amongst all the car makers to make sure that they're catching up with the expectations of the customers. So it takes a bit of time, but we're not worried about it. Oh yes, why not? That's the basic this thing that we have, but our order books are always for 5 years. The orders are coming in well and nice. We'll probably make a more disclosure about it in March. We do it every 6 months.
Right, Vivek, it is always considered that in an economic slowdown or any kind of a cyclical downturn, the ancillary industry always suffers because OEMs, they tend to extract more, they tend to squeeze the supply chain. You are an ancillary company. Are you getting some kind of a feeler from your buyers that, look, the supply chain could be under pressure?
Well, I think, this particular phenomena is more probably for more commodity stocks and things like that. I think as far as we are talking, our Motherson products, these are more engineered products. We have a 5-year clear go-ahead for the manufacturing of those particular things, and it's not very subjective. In fact, the raw materials ups and downs, in most of the cases, we can pass on and give it back to them as well. I think all these particular things are different from the normal sort of imagination that your price is going to be affected every time the car maker has a slowdown or something. I think 80% of the car approximately is made outside the car maker's premises. So I think those days are gone that you just go and want to squeeze a towel or something like that. But otherwise also Motherson has a huge repertoire of products that we are making, and no customer, no component and no country is more than 15% of our turnover. So really we are very effectively de-risking the model of Motherson.
Mr. Sehgal, one final question from my end. What's been the reason for considering a bonus issue recently? Is it just an accounting entry for the company, or is the reason increasing liquidity and inviting more institutional participation?
No, actually, it is the 20th year of Motherson's listing. 20 years ago in 1993, we listed the Motherson Sumi stock. And it was just a gift from our side to all the shareholders, just celebrating the 20th year. In fact, we had given a bonus last year as well. And definitely it sort of, is very close to the shareholders' heart when we give a bonus. We've taken the approval also through the ballot system. So I think very soon the whole thing will go through. So it's just celebrating 20 years of Motherson in the stock exchanges.
Well, but some would argue that bonus at the end of the day is the book entry. A dividend would have been a more happier way to reward your shareholders.
Well, I think free shares coming in is as good as money, and Motherson stock is always as good as money, as it says there. So I'm sure that is there, but I think we feel we owe it to our shareholders, and yes, dividend will come every time we give it at the end of the year. I'm sure my shareholders will agree with my move. In fact, the last AGM, the shareholders were asking for a bonus issue.
Okay, fair point. So final question, you will not give me a guidance. That's your standard policy. You will not give me any EPS numbers.
Yes, sorry.
But give me a flavor of 2014.
Sorry.
How will it be different from 2013? 30 seconds to answer this one.
I think the 2014 is a very, very interesting year for us because a lot of the new plants that we are setting up for SMP, that's the Pegaform part of Motherson, will be coming in production. Brand new orders which we have won last year and this year are going to be starting up. So it's going to be a very, very exciting year. But most importantly, it is the last year of our 2014-15 target. So we have to hit all our numbers. We have to make sure that our ROS comes to as close to 40% as possible. Try and beat it if it is, then that will be fantastic. So I think 14 is a very, very exciting year for us.